What's up, everyone? So, of course, it's gonna be the same day that I actually just posted about not who, what I wanted to do with my channel. But this video is going about who I am, specifically Davidic. Of course, that's not my actual name. My actual name is David Benjamin Smith. Um, Benjamin being my dad's first name. And as you can tell, I don't look like a Smith. Maybe a David. There's a lot of Asian Davids. But we're just gonna talk about basically my my life, or the background of my life, stuff like that. Of course, it's gonna kind of go all over the place. I feel like, but anyways, uh, so first of all, I am adopted. That's the reason why my last name is Smith. Of course, that's a stereotype because Smith doesn't sound like an Asian name, all that stuff. But anyways, it makes sense, and that's why everyone's usually confused. Um, I actually have the nickname Smitty, of course, not kind of kind of like the actual channel Smitty, but yeah. So, anyways, born in April 26th, 2001. Actually, an immigrant, well, adopted immigrant to the United States from Cambodia. Um, I was 3 months old, almost 4 months, I think, believe, yeah, 3 to 4 months old, uh, coming to the United States as I was supposed to be a U.S. citizen by law at 2001, but paperwork was messed up. Corrected that within about a year ago or so. So all that's been finalized. I'm officially a U.S. citizen. So, well, I've always been a U.S. citizen. Just didn't have the correct paperwork to verify that. But got all that squared away. But I am in a family of seven, two parents, mother and father, and four other siblings. We got one older sister, two older brothers, and one younger sister. Um, the two sisters are biologically my parents. All three of the brothers, which is including me, are adopted. I'm the only foreign-born child. Um, Born in Cambodia, raised in Florida. That's probably why I kind of have a deep voice, kind of like southern. Also, I don't really have the best speech, I guess. The way I talk and enunciate things aren't. I can when I play back the audio, I usually hear myself sound a little less of the like properly enunciation side of things. So I'll hopefully in due time I do get better at that. But anyways, so I was homeschooled up to second grade. Second grade through fifth grade, I went to an elementary school called Melrose Elementary in here in Florida, and it's the home of the Mustangs. And then I went to. Actually, I didn't go anywhere else after that. I didn't go to a school. I went. Then I came into middle school, sixth grade through, well, junior high through half of my high school. It was sixth grade through 10th grade. I, what's the school called? Florida Virtual School. So I did online classes throughout those years. Those were actually my smartest years. I'll admit to that. Not gonna lie. Virtual school is definitely making a breakthrough, and I actually definitely believe in its system if it continues on this uphill climb. um, but yeah, so what else? Within the last 2 years of my high school career, I would say it was definitely worth the learning experience, social interaction, stuff like that. As you can tell, I actually tend to be more of an introverted kind of person. Unless I know you, I can be very extroverted. Or no, once I know you, I can be very extroverted. But yeah, so um, what else? Yeah, last 2 years I went to Keystone Heights Senior High School. Um, those were definitely those were great years, just not my favorite years. Definitely helped with the learning curve of maturing and myself being more self independent or being self just just being independent. Um, and taking up for myself, stuff like that. Uh, they were definitely the very needed years. I feel like, I mean, there are definitely unnecessary things I wish I didn't have to go through. Like basically just like everyone knows, or not everyone knows, because I've realized not everyone gets that feeling of being bullied. But I definitely had those 2 years of just being bullied. Being a new kid, um, to a already cemented environment, it's not the easiest, but um, they're really great in helping me mature. Still have a lot of maturing to do, but yeah. But within my, I would say my breakthrough years were, I would say sixth through 10th grade though. Being more, I had to be independent, you know, since you're being virtual schooled. You learn to pick up hobbies that I believe most kids wouldn't be able to find given the time that they have to be at schools or brick and mortar schools. Um, and I would say those were definitely my years. Um, that's when I was learning violin, played a little bit of guitar, learned a little bit of the piano again. Doing the piano again was actually just okay. So, actually, let's go all the way back to the beginning. So, I always wanted to join the military since a young age, being that it was like 5 through 7 years old. I wanted to always join the military. Uh, Not gonna lie, Air Force wasn't on the radar until about 9 to 11 years old. Um, and then of course I chose to join the Air Force, but it was actually between Army and Marine Corps at first. My was a detective at the time, and in the Gainesville Police Department. Um, what else? But yeah, so I just wanted to basically do something along the same lines of that. Also, I just always had a calling to do military. Uh, Maybe I had influence of like other like outsiders or something like that, but I don't know. I can't really say for myself. Honestly, I think it was more so just because, just like David in the Christian Bible, he always wanted to be in the military and stuff like that, and like do something for his people, be a servant and stuff like that. So I would say that's actually the main reason. Of course, also have the same name, David. So uh, that was the main reason, definitely. What else? Did piano lessons at a young age. Didn't really carry that on very well. I tried to pick it up back in like middle school. Um, didn't. didn't really have the effort to want to continue doing it. Um, and then like middle school as well, time I was playing a little bit of the violin, which I actually did retain a little bit of. Definitely not the best at though, so I will not be playing a concerto for you guys. But I definitely retained it. Definitely know the the notations of it and stuff like that. I can't really play chords very well. Actually, I mean, I can play a little bit of the chords on a violin, but not going to try that right now. Maybe later on in like a live stream or something. I don't know. It'll be terrible. But anyways, um, what else? Oh, so I am a part of Caucasian part. I am a part of a Caucasian family, uh, being that it's a Caucasian mother and father. The two sisters, of course, being biological, they are also Caucasian. The oldest brother is Caucasian, and the second oldest is actually Black American. Um, Both of the brothers are born in Florida and adopted, being from Florida. Of course, me being the only Asian. Um, what else? I did not really learn other languages. I would like to say I know some languages, but the only language I'm somewhat good at is like French and like a little bit of Mandarin. And I'm starting to learn a little bit of like Vietnamese, only because most of my friends are like Viet. Um, and like some Korean because I learned that of course like in high school, or actually you know what, more so middle school. Um, and that was when K-pop was like becoming a big thing. I was, how old was I? I was probably like 11, 13, 11 through 13. It was about, so 13 would have been 2014, 11, 2012. So yeah, around that time when K-pop was making this huge breakthrough. I think, if I remember correctly, I don't know if I saw this correct, but like PSY with Gundam Style, um, I think it came out 2014, 14, 16. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, I never watched the video, but I know it has like over a billion or something views, maybe 3 billion. I can't remember, but yeah. So got into Korean language and cultures and stuff like that. Um, what else? I used to wanted to learn. Used to I used to want to learn like Greek and like the Roman characters and stuff like that, but or like Latin, but like, and I still have an interest in like European dialects and languages and stuff like that. Majorly Eastern European. I don't know why. I just have that kind of influence to want to learn that stuff. Um, Maybe because it could have been like Rick Riordan books or something like that, or I don't know, Greek mythos or Roman mythos, stuff like that. I just always had an interest in that stuff at a young age as well. I have a very historically like cited like cognitive thought and love for things like that. Um, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not the best at history though, which is kind of funny when it comes to like tests or any projects. Um, so yeah, it's kind of funny because I'll remember like the weirdest historical like things about like any event, not any event, of course, but like any event that I find interest in, and then if it's something that has to do pertain to like a history class or something, I'll be like, I don't know about that. Uh, and then you just have to like reference a book or something like that. But yeah. So basically, that's been that. In terms of online gaming, I never started online gaming until age, I want to say, maybe 11 or 12. And honestly, that's pretty late, especially for this generation of Gen Z. So I started late in the gaming scene. I wish I kind of started earlier. Um, Probably would have had more of a love, or actually have a great love for gaming, but I probably would have had more of a love towards, I don't know, maybe like finding interest in, how like Call of Duty players nowadays, they always had people looked up to, and they start at like around, let's say, I don't know, basically when they're like babies, they always just played games, and always had that interest, and then like they would just start doing live streams even at that young age, like 15, 16, which I actually started doing around like, I think 13, 14. um I of course deleted a lot of my older videos on a different channel. um my voice has not changed very much, I'll admit to that. um I've always had a deep voice. I always had a deep voice since I would say around 12 years old. So I had a very deep voice. I wish I could have like had videos when I would be online gaming, and people would be like, "Damn, you have a deep ass voice," or like, however old, and I'll be like, "Yeah, I'm not that old at all." Like people would think I'm a 30-year old or something. Like that, of course, that was like when I'm sure gaming mics made you have a deeper voice settings, stuff like that. But anyways, yeah, I don't even think I have that deep of a voice anymore. Um, I've definitely grown up to a more fitting. I like my age kind of fits my voice now, kind of thing. So I don't know, maybe we'll see. I mean, I definitely have been told I should probably do like book reading, or I don't know, do a like talk show radio host kind of stuff. But I would actually find a lot of interest in doing that, and honestly, that's why I kind of want to be more of an independent uh, person in terms of doing gaming, podcasting, stuff like that. Because I always found interest in that stuff. I just didn't know how to do it, and also I didn't have the means to do it. I actually never got like an iPod until like, I think probably 14, 15, and actually never started driving until 16, and then got my driver's license at 17. So I waited. That was on myself, of course. I waited because I just didn't feel mature enough to to obtain those kind of things that my generation always had them at younger ages. But I, of course, believed in the old school of like not having electronics until like an older age, because cognitively I just didn't think I had a more mature mindset yet to be able to have access to those things. Um, and of course, that was just myself. My siblings had different things, uh, different thoughts on that. Um, what else? But yeah, okay. So I'm in the Air Force. I'm an air transportation specialist, or I'll just say I'm an air transporter. Uh, can't say I'm a specialist yet, or I'm not even sure if we call ourselves that anymore or anything. I don't know. That's just what it says in the career field that I'm in right now. Um, what else? I probably should have written something down. But there's so much in like one person's life that like I don't think I could really write everything down. So I'm just trying to, like I said, I'll just go back and forth between one thing to another. Um, Graduated high school though with high honors, stuff like that. I always been, not always been actually. For the most part, I've been an A B student. So I was actually kind of surprised I had high honors uh, for graduation. But yeah, I've always been like an A B student. If I get a C, when I was younger, when I got a C, I'd be like devastated. But like um, nowadays, I'm just I kind of got lazy, lack of motivation towards it. Uh, but yeah, so that and also on top of that, I did sports. Um, played soccer with like my best friend Caleb for about, was it 6 years? Yeah, I think I started. No, I didn't start at sixth grade. I started at like seventh grade. So like seventh grade, so 5 years, seventh grade to 12th grade, I played soccer. I didn't play soccer on a high school team or on a team that was like notable, I guess, until 11th and 12th for varsity, and that was the same for football. I always threw the ball around with my dad at a young age, and he actually was in college football when he grew up or was growing up, and so yeah, I always threw the ball around with him, but I never played contact sport until I would say, not would say, I know it was 11th grade, and then I just like only played that one year. And then I did track. I was also, yeah. Then I did track and field as well in 11th grade through 12th, and I did, what's it? I did the 100, 200, 300, and 400 meter. Uh, I only did the baton run, or was it relay, for the 100 meter. Um, and I also did high jump. Um, I had some hops. It was my highest was like 5'8", and that was like an inch taller than when I was 5'7" at that time. Um, but yeah, I sadly didn't like go past districts or anything because of course, yeah, I had way taller opponents, and stuff like that, and way faster opponents as well. My favorite sprint was the 100, of course. Uh, Definitely could have done better. Me being me now, uh, probably not as fast. Maybe, I don't know. I might be just as fast as I was. If hopefully faster, if I if I believe I'm on a positive curve. But yeah. So that uh, those those sports were the sports I played. My younger sister played tennis for varsity, and I was there just like to like, I guess, basically be her partner. When of course I was in high school, so I was just her partner on days off and or like after practice. So I'm okay playing tennis as well. Sorry if you guys are still hearing. Actually, I can see it on the recording that my mic's going crazy when banging happens. But I listened back to my other recordings and it wasn't that loud. So hopefully it's not that loud this time as well. But yeah. I've only had one girlfriend. Um, Now it's my ex. Most people actually thought I like had a lot of girlfriends, like at least over, let's say, I don't know, I guess 10. But no, I'm very introverted, in that sense as well. Uh, what else? I am Christian, non-denominational Christian. So I believe as the Bible as a whole, rather than believing in the bylaws that are set by denominations like those of Baptist or um, any other Protestant churches. Um, I could like Pentecostal or anything like that. And if people believe in bylaws, then that's their thing. Uh, some people need to have bylaws, I believe, and to make them feel better and to be held to a certain standard, so they don't recess into uh, evil deeds that they believe in the past or anything like that. And I'm all for that. Um, what else? Uh, oh, being in the Air Force, I am a reservist, as you can tell. I have a lot of time on my hands. Um, I only did like 1.5 years, I believe, just about, of college. Decided to drop out. It, Honestly, college I didn't really feel like was my calling. At this point in time, at least. Um, I do believe in it, and the education system that is provided within it. Um, it's actually a really great course of action when you need to be financially stable and such as that. But for me, military was always a thing that I just fell in love with. It's kind of like a love hate relationship, just as always. But college is definitely worth it. Uh, and honestly, just definitely take the time to focus on those classes, and definitely have study groups and stuff like that, and definitely have a social group to keep you accountable. What else? Oh, I always used to be a console gamer. It was, I forgot what it was exactly. It might have been Nintendo 64. I didn't have a GameCube, but I think it was a Nintendo 64, and then I got a Game Boy. It was my mom's, and I actually still have it. But yeah, those courts were my, I guess, mobile and console game at first, and then I started playing the Xbox 360. Uh, that was my first official like modern console. Um, and then got the Xbox One. Played Black Ops 3 so much on the Xbox One. Not gonna lie, that was like the one game I always played. Um, what else? Oh, actually, it was between Call of Duty and Halo. Used to always play Halo first, though. Halo was my first official love. Um, what else? But yeah, but most of my friends I gained were from Call of Duty. Um, and then I moved on to PC gaming, which was like I think the year 2019, maybe 2020, might have been 2020. That was when I started trying to make a breakthrough with content creation and stuff like that. I actually had a laptop. It's HP Pavilion or something like that. It was for school, and I always played Rules of Survival on Twitch, and I always made it to like top. I I, I want to say that I one of the times I made it top 5%, but I just know at the least I was always concurrent in being top 10. Rules of Survival was like a a mobile game, but I always used the emulator and played it, and made like top. I think that was when I was making top 6% or something, and that was basically where most of my, what do you call it, followers were from as well, which of course were like majorly like Asia. I probably had like 5 or 6 that were like American or United States. I think 2 European friends as well. But yeah. So then that game died out, and so did my viewers and stuff like that. But it is what it is. I had a great time. Became a Twitch affiliate because of that, which is pretty cool. Um, what else? I still do PC, of course, every now and then. Actually, I have a second is laptop PC, gaming PC. I'm actually trying to sell it. Not gonna lie. I don't need to have two, and I know I don't have like a significant other, uh, who, at the moment at least, who would play with me. So I would just rather get some money from it, invest in it, and then do whatever else with it and stuff like that. That could possibly impact me and others. Um, but yeah, so I think that's about the like major overview of like how I became who I am. Of course, there's major like other details I will save for later. But I just wanted to get that out there about who Davidic is. Um, kind of like I guess a career overview. Get the background of my family, and yeah. This, I've always wanted to do gaming though, so I'm not actually. I never wanted. I don't even know how I wanted to do. I think I just started watching YouTube videos. It was like that was I would say the like more cognitive thought, like independent thought of wanting to do things was like around 11 to 14. I actually got an Elgato capture card. It was like the old block, little box looking thing, and I always like uploaded my Xbox 360 gameplay and my Xbox One gameplay of stuff. Oh my goodness! But yeah, it's crazy, and now I'm here, just trying to revitalize that. And honestly, it's gonna be a journey, but everything's gonna be worth it. It's not always that gonna start real quick. So just gotta take time, uh, moment after each moment, step after step, and yeah, I would definitely love to see some if someone had like a similar story or something like that. Put it down in the comments. Definitely willing to, wanting to actually read if anyone has similar story, different stories. Um, but yeah, you guys all have a lovely day again. No, I'm posting this. I know I'm posting this on the same day, but yeah, all you have a lovely day. Much love and peace.